If you're like me, you know the feeling. You get a good idea, you know it's a good idea, it's kind of like itching at you every day, and you don't take action on it for years, or you start inching closer. And it's not like that desire goes away. In fact, it gets louder and louder. So you not taking action on it becomes worse than taking action on it, because it's such a nagging voice inside of your mind that you're just tired of hearing, do the damn thing. I didn't want to click publish because I am a perfectionist. This video is for anybody who's scared of doing the thing that they want to do that has been nagging them for literally years, and you're just tired of waiting, and so this year you decided, let's go. Click publish, click send, go to the trip, book the program, quit the job, send the message. It's time. I'm tired. Are you not tired? I'm tired. I'm tired of not acting on the things that I want to do.
Cue the intro, sis. You know she's not your average Joe, not your average Joe. She's not your average Joe.
I'm Franco, and I love learning languages. I love making content about languages, culture, travel, and for as long as I could remember, I wanted to live an international life where I spoke many languages. And so it's pretty cool that I'm doing that. Ik ben Braziliaans, que Amerikaans, en nu woon ik in België, tussen België en de VS. Ano passado, vorig jaar, l'année dernière, c'était ouf, c'était echt gek. It's been a long time since I made a life update video, but I really wanted to because I love having the receipts of what's going on in my life. Plus, 2025 was a hairy and scary year. If you feel like last year had so many closings, same. Before I get into today's video with all my messy storytelling, I'd love to give a big shout out to Preply, the sponsor that is supporting today's video, but also a sponsor and platform that I've used for years that inspires me to learn languages. When I think about New Year's, the first thing that comes to mind is, what are my language goals? What new languages am I learning? What old languages am I dusting up? And every single one of those decisions starts with finding a tutor. Humanity in contact with actual locals will always be better than twiddling an app on your thumbs, and language learning should be a beautiful ritual that you do with someone that is cool across the world. You can find your language tutor for whatever level you're speaking at, whatever budget you have, whatever time zone you're in, and for me, something very helpful, whatever dialect you want to learn on Preply. Just like that, you sign up and you start this new habit, this new part of your life that can open doors to so many things. When I started speaking Dutch last year, it was on my list of things that I wanted to do, but when I actually started speaking Dutch, the feeling of being able to communicate to people reclaims your independence. And so one day you click on a link in my description box, and another day you're getting job offers, falling in love, and overall feeling like your best self in a new language, and that is a crazy transformation. So let me start with last year's review. I was living in Belgium. I had my own visa, my own professional card that was very hard to get. It was my third visa attempt because I was declined for the first two attempts. Developed my own Belgian company, which is like very hard. You have to create a corporation. It's not like a LLC, LegalZoom.com thing. Like you have to literally have a birth ceremony with a notary.
Yeah, that I'm fully aware of the madness I've decided to do, like opens a company in Belgium.
But I had to reapply for that visa, for that residence card permit to stay in Belgium.
I need to prove to the beroepskaart people I'm not a scammer.
I fell in love with this tiny little country in the middle of Europe that everybody always ignores. So Belgium is dope, and I was like, I don't want to leave. I love my life here. So I'm gonna reapply for this visa, even though I have to show like every single detail of my life. I was super stressed. I launched a cohort with Joe Club, Creator Career Bootcamp. It was awesome. I was teaching everything that I knew from the past 11 years of living as a full-time content creator, and I love teaching. But as I was teaching about creating content, I was like, oh yeah, I miss creating content. So I literally didn't rerun the program because I told everybody they were excited about continuing with me. I was like,
guys, it wouldn't be fair to you if I did this because I want to create content.
So that's how the year started. February, I go to Sri Lanka on a content program with this company, and I'm filming videos every day, and I'm loving it, and I'm posting short form, but I don't know how I'm going to edit the long form. So I have stuff in my hard drives. March comes around, I'm still waiting for the response for my visa application. And then all of a sudden I get an email that my residence permit was declined.
Living an international life is a painful thing. It's worth every pain point. Is it completely unfair if you're an international entrepreneur and you do everything by the book and everybody keeps denying you? Yes. Will I stop doing it? No, because I'm a masochist.
The visa was declined because I didn't make enough jobs in Flanders and I didn't significantly invest in the economic fabric of Flanders. That's a whole nother video. But anyways, I get this news that it's declined, and all of a sudden I have this ticking time bomb because my residence permit expires in July and it's March, and my whole life is now in Belgium. I have an office, I have friends, I like live in this apartment with my partner, and I'm like, I gotta find a way. We gotta find a way. So we scrambled. Lawyers said don't even bother. Some lawyers said get a job. I'm like, me get a job? No. I literally applied and got declined. That's the hilarious part about it. And ultimately they're like, you need to go in with the family reunification, which is a whole complicated thing. I never thought being in an international relationship would be this colorful. And you have to prove all of the details of your relationship, which we were trying to avoid, but we did. And we got the legal cohabitation, great. Then you have to apply for the visa and they keep you stuck for 6 months in the country. Oh my God, I'm stuck here till 6th of December or maybe longer. I don't think I've ever been in any place for 6 months straight since I was in high school. But before that, right before I got locked down, the craziest thing happened. Actually, when I was on the plane going to Sri Lanka, I get an email that National Geographic is looking for a host for a show that they developed called Big Little Italy. And I'm like, yeah, guys, I would love to do it, but I can't audition because I'm on a plane to Sri Lanka. I get the job anyways, which is crazy. In April, right before I get locked in Belgium, I go all over. I go to Brazil, I go to London, I go to the US. I run 2 retreats in April as well. Like, April of 2025 literally could have killed me, knocked me out. Then comes May. In May, everything starts crumbling because I'm about to graduate from my master's. I have to submit my final project. Because, by the way, I'm still in my master's program at this time. Like, honey, now I know where my gray hairs are coming from. And my master's thesis was very challenging because I had to make a pilot TV show, film it, fund it, edit it, the whole thing, produce it. And this is what's crazy. So it's May, start pre-producing, and I'm pre-producing this from Antwerp, which is a Dutch-speaking city in the north of Belgium that I live in, and I'm literally producing a TV show that I'm making myself, calling people in Dutch, using Dutch that I learned in the last year and a half. And I'm like, hallo, ik ben Franco en ik ga een film maken over Antwerpen en het woord goesting en is het mogelijk om een interview met jou te doen? It was a moment where I'm like, language is crazy because you can wake up one day and speak a language that you weren't born speaking and actually do cool stuff with it. I always see language as something you don't need to be perfect in, but it needs to be usable so you can like open doors for yourself. So last year was a huge milestone for me, a mijlpaal of me using Dutch in a professional way and doing fun stuff that I love to do with it. And my show, since the beginning of my program, was always a show concept that I wanted to create called Translated, a show about untranslatable expressions, the people who use them and the cultures that birthed them, that can help all of us live a more meaningful and beautiful life. So I pre-produced this whole episode in Antwerp. The expression is hoesting, and I'm not gonna tell you too much about it because I'm gonna share the video on this channel. Have a huge set of docs right here. We shoot tomorrow. I definitely underestimated how much work all of this would be between permits and release forms and schedules and feeding the crew. There's a shite ton. Upgraded everybody's rooms because I wanted them to have more space. Like, it's a lot. Group chats with the people we're gonna meet, changing things around because of the weather. Early in the morning tomorrow, we were supposed to go on the boat and it's raining, so we decided to move the boat, I decided to move the boat in the afternoon, which means rearranging. I do feel like a producer, just printed the shot list. Gonna meet my crew to do our scout the day before, do some team bonding and get dinner. And then tomorrow, bright and early, baby. When I tell you I had the time of my life filming this show, it was very intense. I slept for 45 minutes the first night. I flew my crew in. I had 15 different locations, 3 days, got permits from the city of Antwerp, like did everything the way a producer would do. Not getting paid to do this, paying a bunch of money to do this, living my best life, realizing like, this is what I wanna do. It's no question about it. This is what I wanna do. Despite only having slept Despite only having slept 1 hour, there you go. That's how you know I only slept 1 hour. I am fully thriving, fully alive, happy as a clown. I think every good piece of video should be a discovery and an investigation, kind of like a mystery. And the mystery today is, can we find something here that helps us all around the world find more passion? So I gotta remember that for the cold open. The crew's doing amazing, and look, we even have our little cart. This is the mobile gear room. How funny is that? I just want to do this for the rest of my life. The thing that really killed me was that in addition to doing this video, filming it, I had to edit it.
Shaving, trimming, tight.
When I tell you last year I became an editor, full focus, pulling all-nighters in the edit bay. I have a little Pomodoro cube that I use because it's always tough to get started. But when I get started, you better believe I'm cutting it. I'm also doing my own animations and my own graphics for videos now that I love. Like on my iPad, I'm just like drawing and then I pop it in and animate it. I'm like, who is this? I created something that I wanted to create. It took 3 years to start making it, and it's still not perfect. And it's a show that, just like everything else that has always been a good idea, I would do even if I didn't get paid to do it. After I had these pilot episodes, I created pitch decks, and I actually got over 6 figures of a commitment from a brand that I love to sponsor this show. But I ended up turning it down, which may have been a stupid idea. But I turned it down because I didn't want to create the show under pressure. I didn't want to kill a beautiful idea because a brand rightfully deserved their deliverables. So I ended up saying no to the sponsorship. I had to close down the Joe Club journaling membership after 5 years because it was very tough to scale, and quite frankly, I didn't want to dilute its value for financial gain. The whole thing was amazing, but the thing that I realized in developing Joe Club for the past 5 years is that instead of being out on the field, speaking languages, talking to strangers, being silly, learning facts and communicating it to the camera, I was sitting on my computer for 12 hours a day, dealing with automations and silly stuff that I didn't want to be doing for a business that I loved and that is super powerful, but that I could do later in my life if I want to. And yes, I am in my 30s, and I guess being a woman in your 30s creates pressures that maybe other people don't feel. And all of it culminated into like, damn, the time is now. If I keep waiting on clicking publish, when am I going to be able to do this? And it's always that scary moment where you're like, do I jump into the unknown or do I stay safe? And unfortunately for all of us, growth and comfort rarely coexist. But at the same time, great things happened. I finally got my residence card.
It's me, Joe, here to report that after 3 years of many failed visa processes, many paperworks, many tears, today I got my Belgian residency. Not a visa, not a temporary thing, residency.
When I got my residence permit, it was just tears. Like, I had done the integration courses. I learned this language. I have friends that are Flemish, which is so hard to do. I love living my life in Belgium and I don't want to leave it. And the fact that finally the government accepted me, and eventually I did get my master's degree. Check it out. It's my transcripts. She graduated, she has a Master's of Fine Arts. Joanna Franco, Masters of Arts in Filmmaking with Rain Dance. Distinction. She got distinction. I got the best student prize in my master's program, which meant that I had the overall best score in my entire graduating class. It was a year of paradox. The moral of the story is here, when you have an idea that is itching inside of your brain to come out into the world, that is keeping you up at night, that you cannot stop thinking about, it's not gonna go away. It's only gonna get stronger. The wrong ideas are gonna go away, they're gonna fade, but the right ideas, they're gonna get louder and louder, and they're not gonna stop until you do something about it. So instead of outsourcing this and trying to wait for the right people to do it, I'm just gonna do it myself. The goal is 2026, I'll be a showrunner and producer and talent for my own show, Translated. I'm starting off the year committing to posting the 2 episodes that I already have edited. I'm gonna give you a little teaser. Scene 1, take 1, sound speeds. I'm looking for things people don't normally find. I'm looking for the underneath the surface. I think it's time to get weird. Some good ass beer. So really good. We're gonna get deep. I think I'm starting to understand why people don't talk about this country. Where else? I thought I knew Antwerp, but I was only at the tip of the iceberg. So you're talking $40,000. A woman on a mission. Damn it, language foul. This man really trusts me. The thing goes fast. It really just is shocking. Eating Japanese cherry blossom essence. It's like the key to a fulfilling life, which I would never expect to find here. I don't know where it's gonna go. Maybe a network will want to support it. Maybe it just lives here on YouTube, but I'm committed to becoming a documentary filmmaker, somebody that refines her language skills and uses all of my language skills to not just like have a cool life, but to show and uncover beautiful stories that aren't being told around the world about language, culture, and how we can all connect to each other on a deeper level. It's pretty scary to do things that you really want to do because you're afraid of failing or you're afraid of success. Either way, I think I'm afraid of not doing it. And every single time in my life where my fear of not doing it got bigger than my fear of doing it, then I know I have to do it because otherwise it's just gonna haunt me. Not doing it haunts me more than doing it and failing. You get so hard on yourself as a creative when the one thing that you're doing that you worked really hard on isn't as good as you want it to be, but that's one piece of work in your body of work that you will create, and the beautiful bangers won't happen if you're too scared to post one thing or to share one thing because you're scared that that's like the end all be all and gonna be the only thing that you're gonna be judged on when it's not true. It might be temporarily what you're judged on or what you're examined for, but it's not the only thing if you keep making more. You know, I'm just saying this to myself. My one question for you is there an untranslatable expression that you think about that you're like, damn, what a gift that it is to know this expression? If you would like to be a part of my insiders, first glance screen testers, one thing that I found really useful in my master's program was actually doing screen tests and getting your feedback. And many of you did sign up and watch it, and the feedback that you gave me allowed me to make the next episode better. You will help me produce the show. If you want to join that, click in the description box below. The best part about building in today's age is that you can build with people. You can build in public. You can build and make it so that you put your best effort forward, but the audience completes the missing pieces. And so that's what I'm gonna be doing this year with Translated here on this channel. It's gonna be bootstrapped, it's gonna be scrappy. There may be audio glitches and lighting faults, but I'm watching tutorials, I'm improving my skills. Wish me luck. First episode of Translated is coming out in February, and then we're gonna do monthly drops, honey. I'm producing on the fly, follow my Instagram for updates, and I can't wait to show you. Please be gentle and just know it's a girl with a dream and a shaky camera and self-taught editing skills.